Welcome back, y'all. I got my boy Calvin. Yeah, I don't know who Calvin is. He was actually the very first person who had on my podcast.
I'll be back again.
It's nice to have him back here. He's back from Reno. Well, what brought you here again from Reno?
Grandma's birthday.
Grandma's birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday! Woo!
I hope she watched this.
Yeah.
Wishing you well.
I'm gonna show her too.
Yeah, you better show her. Trying to get some views up there. I ain't playing. Bring the whole family aboard.
On the real.
But yeah, I remember my first podcast I did with him. It was crazy the amount of love I was getting from just from Skyline, just from our school. It was pretty cool. Like,
man, look, people was hitting me up too.
Yeah.
People was hitting me like, bro, okay, I see you. I'm like, y'all ain't know about me, boy. You feel me?
it's crazy how we get lost in time, and as soon as we meet up with our friends, it's just crazy how much we've we just forget,
How much it changed.
Yeah, a lot has changed. But today was actually supposed to have a lot of people here, but I kind of messed it up. I had a lot to do and I thought I couldn't do it.
Too many things happening.
Then I tried to bring him aboard, but he was the only one that was able to make it. So yeah, hopefully next time I'm gonna have my boys here, just because I want to see how it is to actually have a podcast full of people, have a lot of people all conversating, and
that'd be hella fun.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So how's life been, man, since our last podcast, man?
It's working.
Sometimes work can be super miserable, like all the time.
Working and can't have to get back.
What'd you do again? You were a security guard. He be walking them halls at nighttime, barely awake with his eyes. I'm telling you, I have a lot of friends who work security, and I be FaceTiming them too, and they just be like, it's hard. I really respect security, because you just stay in guard.
People be like, oh, security hella easy, but I mean, at the end of the day, yes, you can bring your phone. True. You can bring your phone, do whatever you want to do, but at the same time, it's that shit get boring. You don't want to be on your phone all night.
It's very true.
You watch hella movies. Let's say you been watching movies, right, all night, and then you bruh, I'm still bored, bruh.
I'm bored.
Doing the third movie, you'll be like, bro, I don't watch shit no more.
Yeah.
You gonna turn off, get on TikTok, get on Instagram, scrolling shit bro, this ain't nothing, bro, this is boring. And then if you want to read a book, you can read a book, but you don't read no damn book. You don't read
books.
No book.
Hey.
I read it. I got my book. I got a book that I read probably twice. But
you want to tell everybody what the book is?
Not yet.
I ain't
that familiar with it. It's been a minute.
He got a little secret he holding from everybody, but it's good. But yeah, man, I just hope everything's been well. Hope family's been well, and you dropped a lot of gems on that podcast, and till this day
finna get
it again. So let's get into it. But for anyone who's watching, I hope all is well, and we've been seeing the calamity that's been happening in Palestine and Israel. So I just want to acknowledge that, because at the end of the day, humanity, it's just sad to see people suffering right now. And it's literally a genocide going on. But yeah, so just want to move on to our man. I would love. It's just hard because people are really getting censored when we talk about this stuff. It's very sensitive information.
They soft.
Yeah, man.
They soft, but they want to hide all this shit.
You want to hide everything, but you want to show us what you're doing, But
I seen a video today. I think it was these dudes. They got the car on the freeway, they was shooting up a family, bro. On the freeway, bro, what the fuck? A whole family. People in the car, what the fuck? I'm
man, the videos I've been seeing too, they put them down fast, so you only get so many days to watch them. But the videos I've been seeing is I think the most unbelievable part about this whole Palestine versus Israel thing is media's only showing you one side, and we all know this, but it's crazy. Literally, you're seeing the proof of why we can't trust media. There's literally one side of this. Heck, man.
They don't show one side only and cut the other one off. They out of pocket.
While hundreds and hundreds of people are being killed, and then literally on the media they're just acting like these souls don't matter. Yeah. But yeah, that's why I've been kind of not having been posting any videos recently, just because I've been trying to be very active on my IG. I've been spamming free Palestine, because I feel that's where it starts. We can't be there physically, but we can use our media, we can use our outlets. Yeah, man. Yeah. So just never underestimate what you can do, by yourself. So I thank you again, Calvin. Appreciate you being here, man. I already can feel this is gonna be a good conversation. But all right, so let's get into today's topic. So today's conversation is going to be, well, the title is how to make a decision when there's no right one. Because today, we making decisions left to right, and we act like every decision we make is not going to have some type of effect on us. But today,
every decision is gonna have a fucking false. Like every decision,
every decision, like it's gonna have an opposite and what they say equal and opposite reaction.
Yeah.
So we was taught that for a long time, but so I just feel like today I wanted to highlight that with my boy Calvin, because you know we both are at that age where we made a lot of decisions, and I'm pretty sure we have stories. You know,
way too many stories.
Way too many stories. All right, so let's get into it. So my first bullet point is that one of the most significant and challenging jobs we have as humans is making the right decisions in life. Do you agree?
I do.
So what do you think making the right decision means?
Like, I feel like for you to make a right decision, you gotta feel it. Like I said, it's energy. You gotta feel the energy, and you gotta feel it. Like everything gotta align right with you. It's like this. I make a decision. If it's hard, you know, if it's hella hard or easy, whatever it may be. If it's easy, I'm gonna just do it. No thinking. But if it's hard, I'm gonna think. I'm like, okay, if I do this, outcome. If I do this, what outcome is gonna have? So I think my hell of outcomes, I choose the best one. And that's how I make my decision.
My boy got a little time travel machine. He's like, hold on, let me go to the future.
For real, no.
Like, I feel it. I like that. I like that. I really think too much. I'm a Gemini, bro. So I'll be thinking like nonstop, bro. I'm a Capricorn. Birthday December 26th coming up. But
right after Christmas.
Yeah, right after Christmas.
He with it there.
Yeah, we with it.
That was good.
We don't celebrate Christmas because I'm Muslim, but if you want to give me a Christmas gift, I ain't gonna say no.
Me too, nah. But nah, you gotta do that shit, bro. Like you gotta really think before any decision, bro. The good, the bad. You feel me? Even in between, like what's gonna happen.
Gotta think.
That's why when people go out on the streets nowadays doing crime and shit, they don't think like, oh, it's easy money. All right, bet you can get easy money, scams, easy money. Very true. But when you easy money is done and it catch up to you in the long run, you'll be like, oh shit, I did do this. And this goes back on you, then boom, what you gonna do about it?
That just made me think about a lot of people in jail right now. Like they wake up in a cell, they're like, dang, I really made that decision. Like
PPP loans, motherfuckers is going down for that because it called back up to him.
That is very true.
And you gotta pay it all back too. Like, come on.
Wow. You actually made a really good point, because honestly, I'll be watching a lot of documentaries about people in jail and just like literally like they just wish they would never made that decision. They just wish they would have just stayed on the right path. But at the end of the day, it's just really hard to make right decisions because we just weren't taught how to make right decisions. We were just taught how to react and whatnot. So I appreciate you dropping that gem. And it's true. Like I probably would have said the same thing as him. Like literally see what this will cause like in the future, because we just thinking about right now, but we never think about what's gonna happen after. So
yeah, when I was younger, I used to always think about like I don't know, it's always been me, but like always think about like if I did this in the future, what's gonna happen? Like even even back in the day, you skip school.
What's gonna happen?
You gonna miss school, you gonna miss class, get a phone call or something. Why didn't you show up to the 5th period? You feel me? Like, what you gonna say?
And you start going down your list, like, why not go to school? Why not? But, you know, at the end of the day,
sick. Like, you feel me?
It's gonna catch up with you, you know what I'm saying? So, I just feel like I really, really want to highlight this, especially for the younger generation, because I feel like the younger generation, like, they can change the future. I feel like with decision making, like, if we can just make the right decisions, I know that we can literally change in our city. Like, we can just change the whole cycle. We can.
No, for real.
Yeah, so I just feel like, man, today was the perfect day to bring it up with everything going on. Sorry if I'm moving my mic a lot. It's just I don't want it in front of my face. I want y'all to see me.
I hope you see me now.
But also I want y'all to hear me too, you know? Alright, so next bullet point. So when making a decision, it's critical to weigh all of the options and outcomes and to be aware of the possible consequences. So my boy pretty much hit it on the nail. So let's go to the next one. It's also critical to keep in mind that things change throughout life and that decisions we make today might not have the same consequences tomorrow. So I had to bring this up because like it just pretty much says it there, is like decisions we make, it depends on our environment, it depends on where we are in our life. Like decisions are basically influenced by so much things. It's just so like when you want to make a decision, you just have to understand that making a decision can be hard, and you literally have to look at life through all angles. Like I'm not saying every time you make a decision deep think, like overthink it, but like
Make sure it makes sense.
There we go.
Let's go, baby, let's go.
I was low-key kind of like getting lost there.
Make sure it makes sense. Because you make a decision, you want to just do it off just what you thinking. Make sure it's making sense. Like I said, just evaluate your options. You feel me? The good, the bad, the middle. Like I said earlier, evaluate your options and you're gonna be good. It could be hard though, depending on what situation you in. You could be in the gym like, look, I ain't got money, I gotta do this and that. All right, bet. You can go do this hella quick, get it back. You feel me? Get it real quick and you good. Nah, and then you think you're good, but then you're not. It's gonna come back. You gonna be, man.
It's a lot, to be honest. It's a lot.
But you gotta be a strong individual too to understand your mistakes. If you do make a bad decision, don't go pounding and being, none of that. You made a mistake, bro. Take it to the chin. Take it to the chin. You gonna be good.
It's very good.
You feel me?
I feel it. Thank you for saying that. Cause I be feeling guilty when I make wrong decisions. Cause we all human anyway, bro. So we gonna make mistakes regardless. We gonna learn from it. So next time you do get in a situation like that again, you know what? I did this. I'm gonna do that shit again. I'm cool. I'm gonna do this right here. You feel me? And I feel like a lot of us, we try to forget about like our decision making, like our bad decision. We kind of like act like it never happened. So I feel like a wise person would remember every decision they make or every decision they made. So like in the future, if you do ever come upon something, you can look at your past. Because a lot of us are just too busy burying the past when we can use the past to make a better future. That's just my opinion. So like, I just want to say that no one's perfect. And this podcast is to those who feel that they feel like they made the wrong decision.
And they be acting like they want to live with it.
Yeah.
Like, nah, we all gonna make mistakes, bruh. Each decision we make, it might not be like, it might not be good. It might be bad. You know what I'm saying? But hey, we human.
Yeah, and God is always with you. If you don't believe in God, like I'm no pointing fingers, but you just have to know that there's a powerful essence out there helping you make these decisions.
And let me share something too.
Share, man.
I remember too back in the day, right? I think I was going to Axel Gospel Church on this in the 60s. For like some little kid, you feel me? And I probably know how people that when I was a little kid not even knowing to school with it. But anyways, I think it was 14, 15, bruh. It was New Year's. And people, shooting shit outside. My mom was like,
that's the norm.
We finna go to church on New Year's, I'm like, all right, it's good. So we ended up going, and I'm always going to church. I'm listening to what they saying, but I'm not really participating. Like, I'm like, it is what it is. I'm there. I'm just there. So something told me one day, I'm like, but you know what? Let me just really let me listen and really lock in and see what's going on. And as I start locking in, it start making sense. I'm like, oh wow, okay.
Wow.
And then how they say, Christian, so it's different. It's similarities and it's different at the same time. But we was getting ready to pray, like I see people like putting hands in the air like this, head down, praying like this. I'm like, okay, let me try it. So I ended up doing it, and then I really started praying about like people I love and like what I want better for me and all this and that.
Yeah, powerful stuff.
Yeah. And out of nowhere, why? I felt
bad.
something like. It's funny because like when it happened, I'm scared. Like I swear to God, when it kind of weird shit, I'm scary, bro. Like what the fuck was that? Like.
Everybody's scared of that supernatural stuff. You're not the only one.
I swear to you, when I felt it, I was like, I closed my eyes. I was praying, and I know it, but I'm closing my eyes is black. I know I seen all white, and then I felt like this beam of like energy just hit me. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, I got scared. I'm like, oh.
Interesting.
Look, my mom praying. I'm like, hey, mama. I saw something.
And I believe it, though. Everybody has those. Yeah. I actually have a bullet point, I think, coming up to talk about that. Well, I think I'll just talk about it right now. But I just feel like everybody has that moment in their life where something happened to them. That they had that spiritual, like, awakening or, like, that feeling. I can't really describe it. I had that, too. And it's just weird because I can't really describe it because everybody has their own interpretation, their own little way of describing it. But to me, I feel like that's God really coming down, like trying to like, snap us into reality. But I feel like before he does that, you got to tap in with your heart, with your essence.
You got to want to. You can't. Like even with reading the Bible now, like
that's very true.
It's like if I got to force myself to read it, I'm not gonna read it because I feel like it's not like me coming from inside. Like I want to do it.
You got to be sincere.
You got to be sincere because if I force myself to do it, it's like I'm not gonna really like do it like how can I say it? I'm not gonna want to do it and really like stay locked onto it. I'm not gonna be focused. I'm gonna be reading like, okay, like I'm reading it, but like,
that's interesting.
But when I feel it and I want to read it, I get into it and I read it. I'm like, okay, I understand. Like I remember one time I had got out of work. Now I was going through something, right? And I got out of work, whatever. And I'm like, I want to read the Bible, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I need to feel some work. I need some
essence.
So I read something, right? And with everything I read, bro, I had a dream about it, bro. I had a dream about it. I'm like, what the fuck? I had a dream about what I just read. I'm like, that's crazy. I'm like, yo,
it makes them feel. They call that lucid dreaming. They feel like when you're really in that, it's
I was in it. I read, I think like 4 or 5 pages of that too. And then the Bible too, it's like hella small words too. At the time, I didn't have my glasses, so I'm over like this.
He like, hold on. He like, let me put on my little.
Let me put on my Urkels. I didn't have them yet.
Hey,
I didn't have my Urkels.
Hey, as long as you was reading that thing, no matter if you blind or not. I think it was called like the Book of Enoch. I don't know if y'all watched that movie with like Denzel Washington when
Book of Eli.
Yeah, I think the Book of Eli when that actual Bible, actual scripture was written in that code, like only blind people can. So it's just crazy. Yeah, it's random, but it's just interesting. Like no matter if you blind, deaf, you gonna get scripture or you gonna get revelations. You gonna find light. It's interesting how God finds you no matter where you are. So I'm happy you brought that up because a lot of people don't like talking about the Bible. A lot of people don't like talking about the Quran. A lot of people don't talk about just religion in general. But a lot of the keys to unlock all of our worries are in these books. You know what I'm saying? Like books that just teach you love and teach you peace. You know. You just have to make sure you're reading the right stuff because a lot of times we get lost in translation too. Like we just look at one translation. Because in my last podcast, like I brought up how like people say in the Quran we're taught to kill people and whatnot. When you really look at the Quran, it does not say go and kill. Because there's a lot of Islamophobia. Calvin can tell you. My dad just came to me right now. Was like, guess what? He was like, some people just slash my car, and he thinks it's like racism because he parked. I'm not gonna say the name he used, but he parked.
He parked next to some people.
He parked next to some people.
He looked at him funny.
They looked at my mom and my dad funny, and my mom and my dad kind of like felt weird. They're like, you know,
they felt that energy.
They felt that energy,
and they looked like, I don't know. You know how you feel energy, and you're like, what the like? It's okay. What the fuck? You keep going, and then you come back outside like, hold on, bro.
Yeah,
like,
my dad. My dad's tires got slashed, and like, my dad has like a nice big car he drives for his company, so. He's not happy, poor guy. Yeah. But it's just again like with Islamophobia, with this Israel and Palestine. And I don't know if you guys been seeing the media. It was like a little kid in I think in Chicago, in Illinois, that got stabbed because he was Palestinian and he got killed, and his mother got stabbed. I think she's still alive. So just again with like this media stuff, like let's not let it hit our backyard. Let's not let it hit Oakland, you know. And if you see some, you know, racism, if you see Islamophobia, I hope you'll be the one to stand up for it, you know.
For sure, step in, like,
amen.
Step in for sure.
Yeah. All right, so let's go to our next bullet point. It's crucial to consider the long-term effects of every decision you make in life. And also, I put this bullet point: will this decision result in a stable and happy life, or will it result in an unstable and regretful life? Because a lot of times we don't care about our happiness. We're just thinking about like that temporary pleasure, you know, like
it's in the moment.
Yeah, just that moment.
It's in the moment.
So let's not always live in the moment. Let's think about the future too, you know. So I had to put that in there. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's see. Next one. Some people would rather base their decisions in life on information and facts, but some people would rather trust their intuition and gut feeling. To me, I always had this clash growing up. Like, do I make my decisions based on the facts and information around me? Like, everybody is doing this, so that's enough evidence for me to make the decision based on my environment, if that makes sense. Right. But I'm like, but my intuition and my gut feeling is say to be this way, to do this. It's like, you know, so you always have that, like that. Yeah. What is that in your head? Like, what is that?
Like it's weird because like our intuition, we know, like it's something different. When you know you feel something that's off, and then you look at the facts, you're like, hold on, bro. Okay, it could be the facts right here, but I still feel different or feel some way about the situation. You feel me?
Interesting.
So like,
it's kind of hard. It's hard, like especially when you're young.
It's hard too, because when you're young, you be like, you know what? I'm gonna go with the facts. It's right here. But nah, like it's like this. We go with the facts instead of how we feel deep inside. Because sometimes the facts not really all the way the facts. You feel me? The facts can be like a cover up, damn near. You feel me? They can make it that way. It seems like it's that way. But how you feel for real that's real. They
call that a facade. It's that facade. So I feel like if you're young and you watching this, just know that
go with your gut.
Go with your gut
Go with
feeling.
your gut feeling.
Just because I feel like you can never go wrong, but I feel like sometimes like there are certain things where you can't go with your gut feeling. You might have to go with fact, just certain situations. But I feel like
It's a situation for sure.
yeah, I just feel like, but I feel like you can never go wrong when you go with your heart. You can go with like, so it's hard. It's just my opinion and it's Calvin's opinion. So
Like I said, it just depends. Like it really
it
depends. On certain
depends.
decisions,
It definitely
certain
depends.
shit.
All right, so let's see. Whichever strategy you choose, it's critical to have faith in your own judgment and take the appropriate action. So the reason why I say to have faith in your own judgment is because a lot of times we don't have faith in our judgment.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna make a decision, but you already in the back of your mind knowing that like, dang,
Damn, it might fail, or damn, it might.
boom,
Yeah,
and
it
you
might
already
fail.
lost. Like when making a decision, it's really important to be tapped in.
That's like playing football or any other sport. If you feel like you finna go tackle somebody,
true.
and you got a doubt, oh, I might not get it, he might do this and that, you gonna fuck up. he gonna
Yeah, that's
juke
so
you,
true.
You feel me? You gonna be like, oh,
Oh,
like,
that's
you know?
so true.
But
That's so true.
If you go in there like, I'm gonna rock this dude, Quez, Booker.
Quezzy Bo, Jack Quez, if you watching it, I hope you watching.
Football, bro, he's had me crying, dude.
Hey, do the boop, the Quezzy boop. Quez. Just to let y'all know who Jack Quez. Jack Quez was like the only freshman who was like that I knew that was playing varsity. And we're like, we're freshmen looking at this freshman. He's like, my name's Jack Quez.
Hella big.
He's like a linebacker. I
That
don't
was
know
a
what.
Dark Knight,
But
right?
they called him the Dark Knight. Dark Knight. I think that was his username too on IG for a good minute.
For a minute, probably. Yeah.
But he was like this big masculine dude that you just didn't want to get in front of. But then out of nowhere, he'd be like, he'd be like start singing. He'd be having a little nice angel voice. You'd be like, you would never expect a guy of his diameter.
A big dude, hella big, with like a soft voice, singing and shit in the locker room and shit.
He got it.
And then, like I said, he even had the tone for us. You feel me? Like if you finna try to hit him, right, you gotta be like, "Oh, are we good?" But you ain't hitting him.
Imagine you got the football, you run, he trying to score you. You just see a big dude run at you while he's singing like Mariah Carey notes, like just come. Quez, if you
Shout out to
watching,
Quez, man.
Quez got
Quez,
vocals. I hope he's still singing because we be in the like. I remember we used to lose, like whenever we used to play football, we used to like, we'll take a L, we'd be on the bus, everybody be sad. Quez will be, he'll be upset too, but sometimes Quez will start singing, and everyone just look back, and Quez out there like, and just, I'm not gonna start embarrassing myself, but he'll start singing. So I just find it interesting that sometimes people use music to help them make good decisions, because like a lot of times when it's just interesting, because like when I be in my feelings, I just like I put on good music, not like crazy music, but there's music that really calms my soul. So there's a process that I go through when making decisions, like even when making these podcasts, like every time, like every subject I bring upon is like it's a decision I make to talk about it. Like there's a lot of subjects I've been talking about have been very sensitive.
It's been how you've been feeling. That's why.
Yeah, and this has been how
you feel. It just been coming up.
Yeah, it's very true. And yeah, I just feel like when you have a platform, you have to be careful what you say, because people are always gonna
get sensitive.
Yeah,
and try to backlash you on some. You feel me? How they feel? Like, I feel this way. It's my opinion.
Yeah,
it's my opinion. You feel me? Let me speak. It's freedom of speech. You feel me? Let me speak. If you don't like it, it is what it is. You feel me? You can let go. Do what you gonna do. But let me speak. I'm gonna tell you my opinion right here.
For real. Especially right now with this clashing with the Palestine and Israel, they're literally shadow banning people right now when they're using their voice. Like I don't want to say much about that, but I just find it really interesting. Like using your voice in this day of age can be seen as a weapon. Yeah. So I just feel like,
what's this power?
Yeah, just appreciate you, man. I just want to say for every single person, don't be afraid to speak up. Like a lot of people I know, like right now, just in general, not just about what's going on in Israel and Palestine, but just in general, like a lot of times people are just afraid to use their voice because they're afraid they're going to be looked upon as a bad person, or he's choosing this side. Like I feel like in life, it's not a bad thing to choose a side. Just represent the side that represents humanity, because right now we're literally supporting a lot of killing right now with our tax dollars that we are supporting. Literally that is being used right now for a lot of inhumane behavior. So I just feel like I had to keep bringing this up, just because right now as we speak, genocide is going on. All right, but moving on to my last bullet point. It is critical to keep in mind that life is too short to be wasted on regrets. Give your life some serious thought and choose paths that will bring you fulfillment and meaning. What you guys say about that, Calvin?
Man, you go first.
I'll go first. No worries. I feel like that hit home for me because life is too short, but it's precious. And literally, we're spending our whole life like within a cubicle or within four walls in our homes, and it's just we're expecting a lot. We're expecting so much to be done while we're sitting at home regretting stuff. So yeah, just pretty much in general, just if you regret life, if you regret the decisions you made, just know that you can always. It's always a new beginning. Like as soon as you wake up the next day, just know that everything that happened in the past, you can literally just let it go and just literally just move on. Yeah. So what do you think, Calvin? Like, what can you say about that?
Man, because like I said, we all human. If we gonna live life. Life is hard. Life is hella hard, and nobody gave us a book how to do this shit.
Facts.
That's like in middle school, high school, how we just go through. Like we growing up, becoming adults and shit like that. But like. Even our parents are still trying to figure out life. You feel me? They make hella mistakes.
That's so true right there.
They can't teach us. They can't. Like I said, it gotta be like an inner thing for them. But live your life the best way possible because life is too short. As you know, people are dying and shit. But life is too short. You can be literally somebody you love can literally be here with you laughing, giggling and shit, and then the following day or following week or whatever, you'll be like, damn. I was just talking to him, I was just with him. That's like when I had, found out my uncle and all that shit, right? I literally heard his voice, like he had left me a voicemail to move the car, right? He's like, hey, I'm gonna bring the car in here from the tow truck, so move the whip. I'm like, all right, I got you. And but it was like I think it was like a voicemail. So I talked to him, and then after that, I think the following day I don't think I did it right there, so he left me a voicemail. And you feel me? I'm like, damn, bro, like I just seen you, I just talked to you. We literally just watched the Super Bowl when Rams and the Rams and who the Rams play? The Rams and the Patriots, I think. When the Rams lost to the Patriots, I believe.
I don't remember watching it. Like a year ago or 2 years ago?
This is 2018 Super Bowl.
2018.
So I think it was the Rams.
So you got some good memory if you remember.
So it was the Rams and the Patriots, bro. When you feel me? It was a boring ass game, and then you feel me? The Rams lost. You feel me?
Man, it's crazy.
We literally was all kicking it right here, bro. Me and my cousin on the shit kicking it.
Reminiscing.
And then I think like 2 days after, bro, after the Super Bowl, bro. No, it was 3 days after the Super Bowl.
3 days.
3 days after the Super Bowl, we was kicking and shit. I know, I'm like, what the fuck? But like I said, you could be here with you today, laughing, giggling. Next day they gone. Man. So live your life every day with no regrets. Even if you fucking up, it is what it is. You feel me? You got the next day to improve and do better. You feel me?
Facts.
So live your life to the fullest. Because life is too short. Life is too fucking short.
And it's crazy. We always hear that as a kid. Life is too short. When I was a kid, I'm like, I don't know what that means. Like, no, we have a whole life ahead of us.
I understood it to a certain point. Cause I know we young, so like, it's like, yeah, life is too short. Okay, but when you really hit that age where like you really life hit your ass, you like, damn.
Hits you like a truck.
You like, damn, boy. Like,
hey, he ain't playing. I appreciate you sharing that, Calvin. Because not seriously, like this whole podcast is to shed light on some real stuff. And yeah, we think life is guaranteed and we have a whole life ahead of us, but you never know when it's your time to go. So my next bullet point is there is no right or wrong way to make the right choices in life. I don't like Steve Jobs, but I put in a little quote. He said, he was like, you can only connect the dots by looking backwards. So you have to trust your judgment when it comes to making the right choices. So pretty interesting. Like we do have our past, not just to regret upon, but to look at, connect the dots. Like, okay, this happened because I was behaving this way. So let's make sure let's rearrange the line. Let's connect this dot. It's kind of weird, but it's like life is just full of like, man, it's like a lot of maneuvering.
It's funny because like the cause and effect. Like I caused this right here, and this is the effect I'm gonna give you because that happened.
Cause and effect game is crazy, man. It is true, and they also say like I think Andrew Tate would always talk about how life is like a game of chess, and everybody was giving Andrew Tate a lot of crap, and
it's funny because I don't listen to him like that. You feel me?
Yeah, I think he's under the radar now. I feel like
I don't listen to him like that, but then when I did, or certain like videos pop up on TikTok or whatever, Yeah, sometimes it be facts. I'd be like,
Yeah, he always bring up chess.
I'd
Like,
be
I was
like,
like, huh?
okay, I see you.
But I remember one thing, he just brought up a game of chess, and like I never really played chess growing up. Like I don't know, I
play chess a little bit.
I don't know. To me,
I like it.
It was cool. Like I don't know. It's just, but I remember one time he brought up just a chess game and how life, like you have to know how to maneuver. Like you got to know that there's certain things that you could move around. Like each object can only move around to a certain degree. So you just have to know what your limit is, you know. And at the day, like, yeah, there's gonna be, you're either going to win or you're gonna lose. I don't know, that's just my opinion. So you just have to know that this life, you only get one shot at this game, you know.
Exactly.
So just make sure you're playing your cards right and just have knowledge and just have wisdom to make it through, you know, because right now it's getting really rough right now, and people,
it's getting fucked up.
It's getting real, yeah. It's just people think that you can just keep going with the motion, but yeah, with everything that's going on right now, it's not heading to the right direction.
It's like right now, people, like you said at the beginning, people are living life in the moment and not like focusing on like the aftermath. You feel me? Like people out here right now robbing and stealing and shooting people like it's already bad. You doing this now, but do you know? In the future, you're not gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna really make it to heaven because you have to do all this dirt.
Man,
man,
God's watching.
He's gonna forgive you, but like it's just so difficult for real.
It's a lot to look
at.
at.
It's so difficult to look at because people do all this dirt and they don't think what can happen to them. That's like when they go to jail. This is the crazy shit ever. They do all this dirt and then they go to jail and then they want to turn Muslim or they want to get more spiritual because they know they did. They family fucked up. So now they finna turn to God.
Interesting.
Like, give me a second chance. I fucked up.
And it's really sad. Why we gotta go to such a dark place to find the light, you know? I wish, but honestly, I feel like sometimes that's just the best way to find the light is when you've been in the darkness. Because like, if you end up in the darkness again, you're like, man, I've been here before. You know, God's gonna be here for me. So
that's crazy because I don't recommend jail on nobody.
Like, me either. I've never been to jail, but man, I can only imagine.
I've been to Santa Rita, bro.
Real.
I've been to Santa Rita and I've been to San Mateo jail.
Damn.
And not because I did a crime. You feel me? It was something that was pinned on me, and later on, like a year later, you feel me? They found out it was like it for surely was never me. You know what I'm saying?
Thank God the evidence was there.
Like, it was never me. But I went to jail, bro. The whole little strip joint, the whole strip joint, bro. Strip.
Wow.
And
like, spread him, Calvin.
And then when I got
Calvin, like no.
No, but when I got up in there though, right? When I got up in
that's
there,
crazy.
I was with the Norteños, bro. I was with all the dudes from seminary too.
Hey, hold
and
on,
even on the other block or whatever.
Better get to digging.
I'm from 9-8. You feel me? Like, where you from? What you whoop?
Oh,
I'm like,
it got dark.
I'm like, hold on.
It got
like,
real
niggas
dark.
like, what's the deal?
Calvin was like, hold on, let me put on my glasses. He's like,
I ain't had a glasses. You feel me?
He's like, I gotta take off my glasses. I gotta look intimidated. Hey, I ain't gonna lie though. If I was in jail,
it's crazy because like, if you show that you scared, bro, that's when they go try to punk you and shit.
It's like the jungle.
Me like. I was like, I never had my the little fucking wig at the cover the pillow and shit. I give you like a little bag too. It's hella weird. And you know the blanket and shit. You feel me? I'm like top bunk. I got up there. You feel me? And as I'm getting there, people look at you like this. They wake up out of nowhere, but they sleep. They wake up out of nowhere like this. Look at you like, and I'm like, oh hell no.
Just
in my head, I'm like, bruh, I know I ain't gotta fight nobody right now, bro. I ain't even in the mood. Bro. I'm confused, bro. I don't know why I'm in here. Bro, I'm like, bro, I hope I gotta find nobody, bro. Because if I do, like, it is what it is. Like, growing up with my boys, Zach, Abraham, Esteban, all my boys, bro, from Nation. You feel me?
That's crazy. We
always used to go to boxing shit. And even back then, we used to box. We used to be middle school boxing high schoolers, bro. And we getting on niggas,
I remember those days. Zach and his brother.
Getting on them, bro, like real shit.
Yeah, I remember Zach and Figgity. I don't know if they remember, but it was at Bret Hart, and I'm just over there just hanging out with my Mexican homies, you know, by the front entrance. And then Zach and Figgity, like, they'll be like, yo, at him. Oh, look, I'll turn around, like, come, like, what's going on? And like, we finna get in a fight. And I'm like, what you mean? He's like, they'll just go up to random, I don't know if to random people or people who have beef, and they just like, you trying to fight? And literally just for the fun of it, just to test their hands out. And
that's what we did that.
Literally, like, I just be there watching and just throwing hands. I'm just sitting there like,
hey, bro, from 20, I think it's from 2010, from 2010 to like 2013, 14. we was at the park, bro, throwing hands every Wednesday. Every Wednesday, just throwing hands. You know, just randomly.
I can't imagine. It's like, hey, what's today? Today Wednesday. Oh, let's go. We're gonna throw hands.
Let's go.
Those days, I was ready. Like, what time is it? It's time to go home and play some game. Like at that time, I was playing so many video games, and my friends out here on Wednesday
we out here going,
getting knuckle sandwiches.
We out there with the crew.
They ain't playing. Hey.
But then again, like, so like that experience right there, you know, like I knew from that experience, like, you know what, bro? I'm not a fighter. You feel me? If I got to, I'm gonna get on you. If I got to, you feel me?
Everybody gotta learn how to fight though. Everybody gotta learn.
When we got in there, and I was up in there and shit, and I seen this big ass dude, hella swole, walking up on me. Shit, where you from, bro? I'm like, bro, check it out. I ain't with none of that little that hood type shit, bro. You feel me? I ain't with that, bro. I always stay out the mix. You feel me? Cause I ain't with it. You feel me? But I'm from the '60s though. You feel me? 60s, and it is what it is. And they're like, oh, okay. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, and if it wasn't, I was like, what's up? And they was like, nah, you good, bro. You know, so we just saying. I'm like, nah, bro. I'm not with that shit, bro. I'm chilling. You feel me?
He's like, I'm a lover, not a fighter. Hey, but like I said, everybody gotta taste a battle. Everybody gotta taste it.
Yeah, so like I said, bro.
That's interesting. Yeah, we all got our past, you know. We all got our past. All right, so let's see. My next bullet point. In my view, making the best decisions requires both a clear head and a clear heart. A lot of times when we're making decisions, we're not clear up there, and there's a lot of stuff going on in our heart.
Emotion.
So yeah,
you can make an irrational decision because your emotions.
That's very true.
Emotions. When they kick in, it's either you gonna go with it and do some stupid shit, or you gonna suck it up and think with your head, like, you know what, bro? I can't react off emotion. I gotta react with the head.
With intellect.
You gotta react with the head. Cause the head, you gonna think, oh, I gotta do this and that. The emotion, you gonna be angry and you gonna be hurt and you gonna be like, I'm gonna do this because I'm feeling this way. But then after you do it though, you gonna think like, bro, I just fucked up. I did this, I did that. Nah.
That's facts.
Head first. You gonna feel it. You gonna feel it in your chest.
You gonna feel that
anger.
anger.
Feel it in your chest in the beginning. Take deep breaths and then think about it. And you should get your.
That's facts. You gotta be one with the self to me in order to make that a good decision.
Yeah.
So that's the gem right there. My next bullet point is we have to cleanse our systems of all of its pollutants and really become one with self, one with God, and everything will happen for you and not to you. So I just feel like it all comes down just to being aligned, you know, like a lot of us, we're just not aligned. There's a lot of imbalances going on. So that's just my opinion. So
it's not taught no more either though.
Yeah, it's definitely not taught.
Not no more because we see a generation now, they not spiritual. Like I said, I'm not as spiritual, but I know
the difference.
I know the difference for sure. Like I know running out there not knowing who God is, not knowing what, you know, not knowing who I could, you know, who anybody else could have been, but not knowing for real.
That's a scary.
So that's why I'm happy. Yeah. That's why I'm happy and thankful that growing up, mom's always had me in a church. Always had me in a church, and then me being who I am, I always knew right from wrong. Like I used to see so much shit growing up, and I'm not gonna follow them. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna always do this. I'm gonna do what I feel is right. I'm not gonna follow it. I'll never follow her. And today we got people who's followers, and they just out here just walking behind other people, bro, and they don't know the word of God. So they looking at them as their guidance. Nah, you gotta seek guidance from God. You feel me?
That's it, man. That's a gem right there. Yeah. A lot of people seeking guidance in the wrong places, and I feel like this is a dangerous society when people don't believe in God. Like that's just my opinion. People are like, nah, we can have a successful society without God, but a society without morals
is they come, what you gonna do?
Man, it's scary.
That's crazy because it's funny, and it's not funny, but it's crazy because remember that movie, This Is the End?
Oh yeah, the fun that's like funny and scary.
It was like
I remember that little comedy. Yeah, I remember that.
Like throughout the movie though, I think it was a message. Like they've been shitty their whole life. They all rich.
Remember they're all in mansions.
All shit. They all rich. But in the day though, they're like
very true.
They suck people up. You feel me? People who've been good and like all that used to be sucked up by the beam. Like they go to heaven, right?
Oh, yeah, I remember that part.
They go to heaven, right?
Yeah.
And then they leave people down, and
that was bad.
That's hell, right?
That was a biblical movie. That movie was kind of creepy.
So like, people don't understand the movie, but I watch it so many times. Like, you know what, bro? Like, every time I watch the movie, I get like another like perspective of it. Like, you know what? He meant as in like.
Interesting.
You feel me? You good? You go. You know, you believe. You go up there. But if you bad person, you sit down here, right?
Wow.
But it's also crazy too because like throughout the movie, they were like, yeah, they realize they've been shitty their whole lives. So it's like all right, so now we've been sharing our whole lives. So now we gotta try to get into heaven. So we gotta try to see how we can get to heaven. So they start like being fake. They start being hella fake. And they're like, oh, yeah, I love your shoes. I love your jacket. Like,
I remember that part. I remember that part.
Like, that's not how you do it. You gotta be sincere and from the heart.
The intention.
So then again, it's one scene where I think kind of towards the end a little bit, where one dude sacrificed himself for, I guess, the demon was trying to,
I think I remember that part.
The demon was trying to kill him.
I think I remember that part.
So one dude jumped in front of him or like that, and then before like the demon get him, like a beam shoots him up in the air, and he like yes, and then one dude was like, he put the middle finger, he's like, yeah, suck my, and then the beam stopped.
He went back down.
He went down. He was like, what? No, and then I think actually died too.
Yeah,
like, I think actually died, but it just shows that you can't be fake with it though. You gotta be sincere from the heart.
God is always looking at your intention, so make sure your intention is there.
Because even if I don't pray as much as I should, but like I always say, God knows where my heart at. He knows where my heart at. He knows who I am as an individual. I'm trying to live this life is hard. And I'm trying to be a better me every day. I'm I wear my heart to my sleeve, so I'm always looking at to protect people and really help people and all of that. So it's like He knows where my heart at. So like even if I don't come to Him every day, I feel like He still I'm working to make progress and get myself right to be really the man I want to be in the future. So it's all baby steps.
Baby steps, y'all. Baby steps. Ain't no rush.
It's still hard though because I want it. It's like I want it now. I see what I want. I want it now, but it's hard because like I have patience.
Patience is the
key to life.
Yeah, that's what we say in Islam. Like God, one of His name is El Wadud, which means the all loving, like the most loving you can ever think about times 100,000. Like God is the most loving thing you can ever think of, and we think that God, we think He's just so easy to punish, but it's just God just wants to make sure we're on the right path. So I don't think you're gonna go to hell if you just like laugh at a bad meme or something, but just be more sincere with God, and I feel like that's all it takes, Yeah. So I want to move on to my next little segment. So these are just some quotes that I just want to start reading, just for like I just call it food for thought. We all know what food for thought is, but so my first one was that nothing is more difficult and therefore more precious than being able to decide. That was by Napoleon Bonaparte. Sometimes you make the right decision, and sometimes you make the decision right. So it's kind of, you know what I'm saying? It's like there's two ways of making the decision right. I don't know. I put it in there. I thought it would be interesting. So I just hope whoever is listening, it'll make sense to you. My next one is you may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them. So yeah, a lot of times the things that are happening around us, we let it affect our whole day and our whole, so just don't.
That's another injury. It's that energy right there.
Don't be reduced.
That energy, like it can fuck your whole mood. That's strong. Energy is strong. When you start getting older and really get more, it's like this. When you get older, and you get more spiritual. You can feel the energy. Like if I go somewhere and I walk in a room or something like that. So if I walk in a room or something like that, right? I'm dressed cool. I'm chilling like that, right? You look to the left. It's people over here, right? And they look at you. They say something, and you be like, bro, y'all energy hella strong, bro. Like, you look and be like, man, I'm cool. Like you feel me?
You can feel it right away. You like,
that's why you gotta still be strong, like, bro. Like I'm cool. Like I'm him. You feel me? And you gotta keep your head up and just keep that smile on your face and let that shit go. Like memory, like it's gone. You feel me? Like yeah, alright. You feel me?
In one ear, out the other ear. Definitely. Don't let that stuff affect you, because there's a lot of people who want to pump their chest out and want to make you feel all weird, but deep down, we all people. We all got
a lot of people. Some people might buckle up. Be like, oh, nah, not over here.
That's
I wish somebody would.
That's
I wish. I don't. I'm seeing what I'm talking. I don't wish, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, but if it happens, it happens. But
let's be like, oh, for real? All right, bud, and keep pushing.
That's funny, man. Next one. Every decision you make reflects your evaluation of who you are. Bam. So if you react out of anger, you are anger.
Yeah.
So that's why you gotta make sure the way you react is the way you want to be represented. Because a lot of times when we make these actions, people just gonna see us based upon that action. So just be careful with every decision you make.
It's crazy because it's my cousin line too. Don't ever let somebody make you angry, because if you do that, you let them control you.
They won.
Don't ever let nobody have that much power to control you how you feel. I said, it's emotions.
True. Emotions is dangerous.
Words is strong as fuck. Like words really hurt. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel like our actions are
words really hurt. So it's like this. Don't ever let nobody say something to you that's gonna make you angry, and then that's middle school. That's like last time we talked.
That's true.
When I said the combination like that, all that come from just people talking and people just talking, just being bullshit.
Yapping.
You get mad and you letting them, you know what I'm saying? Like they could be bullying you and you let them win, and then you get in trouble because you let them take out the character. Like ain't nobody gonna ever take out the character again, bruh.
Don't let nobody take out the character.
Like that's like boxing. That's a sport. But they try and get you out of character so you have a good fight, so they can build some tension. You feel me? But in order to be a good boxer, I feel like you gotta be able to channel. You can say what you want to say, but be able to channel it, because if you get too mad at what they're saying, you lost the fight already before it started.
I like that, channeling that anger. Yeah, that's very interesting.
I've been learning through that forever.
That's very true. Yeah, there's something that happened to me, and like I was like hella angry, and I'm like, you know what? Instead of turning this anger into like, I don't know, this poison, I was like, no, let me turn this anger into like motivation, and it really worked. Like I swear, like it really worked. But dropping them gems.
Music, go for a walk. You feel me? Go look at some, whatever motivation speeches.
Motivational speeches always go crazy.
Funny too, so I'm gonna put you on my game real quick about some shit I found. So I found this app called Pep Talk.
Oh, never mind. I was thinking about TED Talk, but never mind. Pep Talk is different.
TED Talk is good too, but it's called Pep Talk, and they got like, I just subscribed to it. It's like this app where they got hella motivational speakers on there, like Denzel.
Oh, Denzel's a good one.
They got some pastors on there too, and they got this one dude named Tony something, but he's like a real life, like a life coach, low key. And it's right there. It's over like 1,000 speakers on the app, where you press it. Like you gotta subscribe. You gotta subscribe to it to get the whole video. Like
makes sense, yeah.
But it's worth it.
It's worth it.
They give you
food for thought.
They give you gas-free game right here. And every time I'm at work, I'd be in a car, listen to it. I'd be like, bruh, that's some real shit. Like I like that. So you gotta always keep your mind. Hey, the OGs. You feel me? Free game.
You can never like, free game is always there for us. And that's why a lot of people always tap into podcasts. Like when people going to work, and people always listening to podcasts because they know there's something to learn. There's gems being dropped every day, and like we just too busy watching Netflix. We too busy watching all these shows. They're not really dropping anything that's helpful. They're just teaching us how to like, I don't know.
Social media is so
it's weird, but like you really gotta tap into information, because information, this is what's gonna unleash us. You feel me? Like I feel like information is where the money at. All right, so it's gonna be my last bullet point before we gotta head out. So my next one is, life is about choices. Some we regret, some we're proud of, some will haunt us forever. The message: we are what we choose to be. So at the end of the day, they say you are your thoughts, you are like your behavior, you are, that whole, you heard of that. I think it's kind of true. So a lot of times if we're just thinking that we're like crazy, we're gonna become crazy. Like,
let me tell you something about me.
So
the mind is
it's scary.
The most powerful thing.
Yeah.
Whatever you think about yourself, it's gonna
manifest. It's gonna manifest.
Like, you can tell yourself, "Oh, I'm gonna be great." You feel me? If you keep doing it, as long as you just keep doing it every day. Every day. Like me, I got a whiteboard in my house, right? Before I leave, it's like right here by the right side. I write, I'm gonna be great.
Putting on game.
I'm gonna be great. I'm gonna be great. Oh, amen. I'm him. I'm this. I'm gonna do this.
You said I'm him? I'm him.
I'm him.
Okay, I'm gonna put that right here. I'm him.
I'm him. I'm blessed. You feel me? You do that, right?
That's tight.
You look at it, you say it, it's get repetitive in your head, and subconsciously you will start doing certain shit that leads you to being I'm him.
Interesting.
And
that's interesting. It's kind of like it kind of reminds me that you can change your biochemistry so easily through repetition. Because I feel like a lot of us, we want to be successful, but in order to be successful, you gotta do something consistently. Like you gotta wake up consistently. You gotta put in the work consistently. You gotta have discipline consistently. So a lot of stuff comes with consistency and repetition. So yeah, he just low-key dropped the gem.
On that pep talk, I found I listened to it one time at work, but I played it over and over and over again, like damn it, the whole shift, right? Like 12-hour shift too. Like I'm telling, like it was some real game. And it's funny, it's crazy because I had it was time to go. I turned it off. After I looked for it today, I can't find it no more. I thought I saved it, but I didn't. But it was talking about discipline and what you got to do. Like they said, it's easy to continue to do the same thing, right? Like stuff you love. Do something you hate, and that's discipline right there. You feel me? Like I'm pretty sure it's more to it. But from my knowledge, what I remember, it's basically saying like the things you love to do is gonna be hard to cut off. But you gotta have that discipline in order to say, you know what, bro, I love to do it, but I know doing that not gonna get me right. That's like you eating a burger than a salad. You know what, bro? I love this burger, blood, but this salad will give me more places. You feel me?
Amen.
And you think about where the burger come from, like, oh, the burger come from this and that. The salad, like, you right there and there.
I feel it. That's a gem right there. But dang.
I tell you, that pep talk, boy.
Pep talk. Hey, he just put you on pep talk. Oh man, appreciate you coming out, Calvin. Seriously, man. Man, you better sponsor my boy. If you ain't sponsoring, y'all are losing a good one. But thank y'all so much for watching this all the way through, and I really hope this brought some light in any way, shape, or form. And at the end of the day, we have to make good decisions, because the decisions that we are making right now, not just us like individually, but like us as a society, us as in America, like these decisions that we are making right now, it's gonna affect our future. So I hope we all make the right decisions from here on out, and God bless, and thank you again, Calvin. You know, and happy birthday to your grandma again. Granny, if you're watching, God bless. You know, hopefully more years to come, and you know, you raised a really good grandson right here, right? You know,
it.
so God bless everybody. Have a good one. Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah.